Hi. Question-based selling. It's a very powerful tool that is going to enable you to be more effective on your sales. And what I like a lot about this tool, that everything that was created here was based on research. Most of the research was done in the 80s. They watched people calling on the call centers, and they realized that 5% of people had an extraordinary performance, and what they were doing differently than everybody else was that they were asking questions. So instead of you pushing information, you ask questions, and that became very persuasive. So this framework is based on the book from Neil Heckman, Spin Selling. And bottom line, when someone tells you, well, that's very expensive, I don't want to pay for that, that means that doesn't mean that the price is too high. That just means that they didn't value the solution that is provided. So instead of reducing the price, you can work on the perception of the problem. Being too expensive means that the importance of the problem is smaller than the price of the solution. So one thing that you can do here, you can change the perception of the problem, help them to understand that the problem is more sophisticated, it has implications, and it deserves a solution. So how this works? Basically, you structure your sales in 4 blocks of questions: situation, problem, implication, and result questions. So the situation questions provide context. Is this guy similar to my ideal customer profile? Meaning, I'm going to be able to transform this lead into a customer. So if you're a realtor, you can ask, do you rent or own? Because if they rent, you can sell them a house. Or how long have you been living in this house? Because if they have been living for 10 years, it might be time for them to change. Their life might have changed during 10 years. Problem questions explore problems that you can solve. Examples. How far do you live from work? 1 hour and a half? Are you happy with the schools that are nearby? Not so much. Are you saving money for retirement? Because if you're renting, you're not, right? Implication questions are the most important group of questions. They're going to help them to realize the importance of not solving those problems. For example, how do you feel by driving these 1 hour and a half every day? Does this distress you? Is there anything that you could do in this time? What you're missing out by driving so much? How that can impact your mental health, your stress levels, the quality of your life, the time that you spend with your family. And if you're not saving money because you're renting, how that can impact your retirement. Those are very important questions that's going to help to connect the dots and help them to realize the importance of the solution you provide. Finally, result questions. So result questions invite them to think and project themselves as have been solving that problem, as the problem has been solved already. So that projection helps you to close the deal. So examples, how would you feel if you could spend that 1 hour and a half with your family, with your kids, doing exercise, reducing your stress, being healthy, playing drums or keyboards, doing something that you love, playing golf. Imagine playing 1 hour golf every day just because you don't need to drive because now you're living close to your work. So those are very important questions that can help to connect the dots and change how people perceive the problem. So the framework basically, it's you ask situation questions to provide context, identify if that customer resembles your ideal customer profile. Problem questions helps you to find if there is any problems that you can solve. Implication questions are the most important. It's going to help the customer to realize that there are a lot of implications on this problem, and it's going to help to change the perception. And result questions invite them to a scenario where everything has been dealt with, the problems are resolved, how they would feel. That's very powerful. You don't generate objections. You avoid objections completely. And the sales is not done by you, it's done by the buyer. So I have several trainings every week. I have property inspections for real estate. It's amazing trainings on inspections. I have one on modes, another one on termites. and another one on negotiations that complements this question-based selling. I have a new coming on investments. You cannot miss. This is going to be an amazing training. Hope to see you soon. Click on my profile link. You're going to find on my link of my bio all trainings available at no cost via Zoom for you. Hope to see you soon. Also, the question-based selling is tomorrow. We still have few seats left. Register now. Register right now so you can save your spot. You're going to earn 2 hours towards your license renewal. See you soon.